All right. Hello, everybody. There we go.
Hello.
How is everybody doing today? And my internet is just wanting to shit the bed still. Okay.
You could try putting the snow off, I guess.
Good start to the marathon, Slower immediately dropping a curse word. What?
Hey, it's PG-13, okay? Fight me.
Yeah, so that's the only swear word during the entire marathon. Nobody says anything word or anything.
Ever.
Like, that's gonna happen.
Indeed. But welcome everybody. My name is Slow the Demon, and this is No Glitches Allowed 5. I can't believe we've done. We're already starting 5 of these. Like, I remember when we got to the first one, I didn't even think we were gonna get to a second. Like, now we're doing 5. It's mind-blowing.
Yeah, but it kind of blew up between the first and the second one.
For sure.
We got like almost double the submitted runs to the second No Glitches Allowed. It was a huge event, actually. Yeah. What are we gonna start this off with?
So, put some music on here for you guys. But so far, new marathon, same charity. We are still supporting Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center, in if I remember correctly, it's West Virginia, Norfolk. You know what I meant. It's Norfolk, Virginia, but they help homeless dogs recover and find new homes. Similar dog like my new dog Jello. I just recently got her a few weeks ago. I love her to death. But if you guys would like to help the doggos, make sure you use the exclamation point donate through the marathon. We also have incentives with exclamation point incentives. So I would definitely make sure to check them out. Because we have a ton of incentives. I do want to point out in this first one, you basically have about 2 hours to make this very first donation incentive, which is to hug the goat. So
yeah, we have a little bit of a kickoff incentive for Undertale because we did decide to put Undertale as the opener, but since there is around 2 hours until the incentive is actually closed, we decided, we'd have a little bit of, a kickoff incentive. So, if you have $2 this way, it doesn't have to be one person. Remember, it could be 20 people donating, $1.
Just 20 people donating $1.
Yep.
But again,
and then,
all of your donations go directly to Go Rescue.
Yep.
So
directly, yep.
If that's any of your worries, I hope that at least you guys put a little bit of worries to rest.
Yep, that is handled through Tiltify, which is also, by the way, a charity. It's a charity for raising money for charities, so that's great.
Also, big shout outs to the Potato 666 and his commentators name 1 and name 2.
Oh, did you forget to disable that?
He's trying his best.
That's the one thing I actually forgot to tell Slower on this OBS. That's great.
Yep.
Well, then it's all your fault, eh? That's how it works, right?
Oh, that's great.
That's how it works.
That's great.
Oh, yeah.
See here, if you're gonna find it here.
Glitchless TPE, which I have no idea.
True pacifist ending.
Oh.
But if Undertale's not your cup of tea, we've got many games. So let's just let's just do
exclamation point schedule. You can check out all the runs that will be going on.
Yep. But in case you want, a little bit of, some highlights of them, we don't just have Undertale. We have Earthbound. We have Quest 64. We have Runner 3. We have Super Luke. Like, there's no way we can name all these games. This is just day 1, pretty much. We have an entire NFS block. There's like racing games. We have pretty much every genre in the marathon right here. And we will find something to watch.
Indeed, we hope you guys feel the need to stick around. Make sure to donate, make sure to stuff like that, because we will be here for a whole 5 days, Wednesday to Sunday, 24 hours. So. Obviously, you guys don't have to stick around the entire marathon. Obviously, you guys need to sleep, but who needs sleep, right?
Yeah.
Ask
I
George.
just
Just make sure you get those donations in. It goes to a big
Exactly.
cause. And if you sleep,
Exactly.
it's alright. Just give us your money.
Yeah,
And say hello to Colin, by the way.
that was Colin.
Yeah.
It was a
And-
slick intro.
And while we're speaking of, staying up for 24 hours a week, I just want to quickly shout out that this wouldn't be possible without some of our new restreamers. Colin, who just joined, relatively new. We also have Raiku, who is unfortunately not in this call right now. And we also have Norman TV in this call right now. So
Hi.
if you want
Shout out to
to...
Tom. That's Norman.
Hello.
And Norman will also be running Need for Speed Most Wanted on, I believe, Friday, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct. That is
Yes.
correct.
But
So
I
in
also
case-
do want to give a big shout out to one of our new chat mods.
Oh yeah, that too.
His name is
Rescus.
Yeah,
I believe that's how you pronounce it.
Curicast? I think that's how you say it. Yes, I'm going. I know I butchered the hell out of that. I'm sure, but he's probably at work right now. But you will see him probably earlier this evening, hopefully. I heard he was having a bit under the weather, having a bit of medical issues.
Okay.
So hopefully he'll get around to be able to come over here. But if he doesn't, but send him best wishes.
Yep, and I can confirm that Kur is very competent because Kur, alongside me, is also on the GDQ hotfix. So do give your best warm welcomes to them. They are just pretty much the best new staff members you can wish for.
Yeah, but yeah, I definitely feel like I can't thank enough of pretty much all of my staff, because we wouldn't be able to get things done, especially with George. Big shout outs to George. He does a lot of this. Like, you would not believe
George is
how
the
much
best. George is the
Big
best.
shout outs to the viewers making it possible.
Oh, that too. That too.
So, of course, yeah, we would not be here without you guys here. So thank you guys for staying faithful, coming in, watching every single all GDQ. No glitches allowed.
Wow.
Yeah, no glitches allowed. From 1 to 5. I hope you guys. I don't know how many of you guys have actually been here from 1 to 5, or you guys started from 1. But thank you guys for returning. That's what matters.
Indeed. Thanks to all the runners for submitting runs.
Yep, absolutely.
Indeed. Yeah, and also thank you to all of our regulars. Yeah, all of our regulars who submit.
And
Just
thank
just to
you
name a
already
few.
in advance.
Yeah,
Thank you already in advance.
Just to name a few. Like, of course, this is not all of them, but there is like Tasselfoot, Benedictator, Emoji,
And me.
oh yeah, of course, Piku, George,
Oh, yeah,
some
I'm
loser.
running myself
Didn't George join in like third?
What?
When did George run the
You
first?
joined during the third, yes.
Third,
Yeah, I joined during the first event.
So he's not a original boy.
Not OG, but
Piku, yeah, like I most of the staff didn't join until the second one, but the first one was like mostly just me. It's like
You got all of those.
99% me.
Of course, this is how you handle that
It's a
one.
nightmare.
You did.
Yeah, that was a
I joined the
nightmare.
nightmare.
Yep.
Figure out why it was called a nightmare.
Should just
But
rename
now I
it
have
to
a
No
staff, and now I
Nightmares
have
Allowed.
people to help me out.
Indeed.
we are slightly running short on time, though, and until it's scheduled to start in 5 minutes, though. So just to recap again, we are raising money for Go Rescue, a local dog shelter in Norfolk. And Slower Demon will be restreaming for, I believe, the next 7-8 hours or so. So we're kicking off with Undertale. If you have a few dollars to spare, then go donate to that Hug the Goat incentive.
Yep.
And, well,
She's
enjoy the
currently
marathon,
sitting
everyone.
on $20 for to hug the goat.
Yep, $20.
But
You got about 2
without further
hours.
ado, I guess we will start going ahead and getting set up for the first run of the marathon. But, again, I want to thank you all of you for coming out, checking out the marathon. Whether you started from the very first one or this is your very first No Glitches Allowed checking out. Are you guys checking us out? Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And just like that, we have a $4 donation from Arston Crofts. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. You can yell at me, but it says $1 for naming each Earthbound kid. Ness equals N. Is it Polia? No. Okay, I've never played Earthbound, so I don't know how to say your name. So you can all yell at me. Equals E. Jeff equals R. Pooh equals D. All spelling out nerd. But thank you so much for the donation. And we will get back to the music. Hopefully we'll be out here. Have the game out here soon.
Alright. Welcome everyone to No Glitches Allowed 5. If you're unaware of this little game here, this is Undertale. It was kind of a big deal a few years ago, I don't know, but... So the category I'm going to be running today is TPE Glitchless, or True Pacifist Glitchless. Basically what that means is I'm going to be getting the True Pacifist ending, which is the best ending in the game. And I'm going to be doing it without performing any glitches, because this is No Glitches Allowed. So, without any further ado, I'll just name myself It's fitting. And without further ado, let's begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Thanks, Amnesia. Alright, so probably the first thing you're gonna notice is my mashing. You'll get a little sample of it right here. So mashing in this game, the most optimal way to do it is called piano mashing. Basically what you want to do is mash Z, then X, then Enter, then Shift, or X, then Z, then Shift, then Enter. Personal preference, which one you choose. You'll notice on the stream, I have not only my input tracker, but I also have a text box per second tracker that shows how many text boxes per second I'm getting. The small number on the right is the cap, the most I've gotten since the program's been open. So I've hit 13 so far, which is actually pretty good. It's really good to hit 13 this early on in the run. So story-wise, that was Flowey right there. He's kind of introducing us to the world of the monsters. And Toriel here is showing us around the ruins. Basically what happened is I'm a child that fell into a world of monsters, and now I'm basically just trying to get out. So solving some pretty simple puzzles here. I'm going to talk to this dummy. So the major thing that you want to make note of the Shabbat's Ascending is that I can't kill anything, obviously. So that's the big requirement, but there are a couple of smaller requirements that I'll be getting into later on. So, a few seconds of waiting here. And then we got like 30 seconds of just me walking through a long hallway in a little bit here. I don't know if you guys read that donation from earlier, but if you want to read that now, if you haven't already. Internet is acting up, dang. You already ready? Okay, good. I wasn't sure. Okay, so this is the first major difference of TPE Glitchless versus basically any other category, is that I need to actually get money, because later on there's going to be a fight that if I use an item called the Spider Donut, then I can just skip it immediately, and right now I'm just basically just getting money to... And that actually makes it so that Toriel doesn't call me here for some reason. Because this game is wonderfully programmed. And now I have 6 gold, so I just need one more, because the... So fun fact, you can actually talk to the rock from the back here, and it'll just push you. And you also don't need to talk to the other ones. Classic NoGA5.
If you can pause for a second, I think Slower's internet is acting up right now.
Oh, just like stop the run, or?
Just pause for a second. Pause.
Okay.
And then yeah, it's definitely buffering. Oh, keep going. Okay, he says keep going.
Keep going?
Right, yeah. Yeah, we're having like a little bit of
The stream's still live though, right?
here. Yeah, stream's still live.
Okay.
It's just Slower's internet. It's having a little bit of issues. That's we're just getting the tech issues out on day one, everyone. Don't worry.
Alright, should I keep going as usual then?
Yep.
Alright. Yeah, sorry about that, everyone. But I got the donut. And usually in a TPE Glitchless run, you'd see me get the faded ribbon here, but I'm actually not going to pick it up because of a new route that was found recently. It only saves a few seconds, but it's worth going for. And I want to showcase it in this run. All the enemies from here on out for the rest of the ruins I can just run away from because I don't need money anymore. Good thing you're on day 2. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time pressing the switches. Alright, so now that we're through the ruins, we're at Toriel's house here, and she kind of intends to just adopt us, but we just want to go home, so we're just gonna say bye and yeah, go right past her. At least try. So I'm sleeping in the bed here. You don't have to do that, but it gets us the pie, which actually saves time later on the run. Butterscotch cinnamon pie. That's not what I wanted to do. Bork. So now that we have everything we need, we're just gonna leave the ruins and try to find our way home. But Toriel doesn't like that. Because she wants to protect us from King Asgore. Because he will kill me if he finds me. So we fight her. But because this is a true pacifist, I can't actually kill her, so I'm gonna spare her 11 times. Now, in this fight, I want a particular attack. Hopefully it'll happen soon. But it's completely RNG. If I get it, I can just run into it and it cancels the attack entirely. Oh, this is actually a good attack to get too. Then I could hit this little thing right here and I take 1 HP of damage. That's the attack I want. So if I hit that, I take only 1 HP of damage, and that actually kind of makes it so that I can take more hand attacks. Because usually you can only take 6, but if you take the 1 damage there, you can actually take 8 total in the fight. Also, this is a really bad fight. I only got 1 hand so far. Gonna break soon? Well, it hasn't broken yet. I've actually had this keyboard for a little while now. Okay, I'm gonna start taking damage. Yeah, this was a bad fight. That's the last turn, so I just want to take a bunch of damage there. Alright, that was only a 3-hand fight. That was pretty awful, actually. But unfortunately, Ruins does that too. Ruins is mostly RNG in this game. Get more hands already, I'm trying. No, that's actually one of the worst tutorials I've gotten in a while, to be honest. Lately, I've been getting a lot of like 5 or 6 hands, which isn't bad. Generally, you want to go for like a 7 or 8, which is really good. And now Toriel sees that we're able to handle ourselves, so she kind of gives up on trying to protect us. And we can move on to the next area, which is Snowden. I actually don't remember if a 745 Ruins is good for TPE Glitchless. In neutral, you want to get like a sub 7.
You mind if I just quick couple donations?
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Alright, so we have a $50 donation. Tassel.
Nice.
It says, save the pets. Except the goose. Yeah, yes. Screw the goose. And then it says, it's $5 from 1056 saying, let's hug that.
Heck yeah, let's hug the goat.
So, with that being said, that's $5 out of 20 to hug the goat. So if you guys want to see that, we still need another $15. We'll go ahead and get back to that.
If 15 people could just donate $1. 50 monies. I'm liking all the honks in chat. Okay, so 1 or 2 of you might recognize this little character that's gonna come up here. I don't really remember what his name was myself. I think his name was, what was it? It was Sans Undertale? Papyrus. I'm Sans Undertale, and this is my brother Papyrus Undertale. Alright, so now that we've hidden behind the conveniently shaped lamp, we can move on. I want to heal here because I took a lot of damage at Toriel. I want to be careful to not eat the pie. Okay. I equipped the tough glove there, so just so that I can get the stick in my inventory, because I'm actually going to be using it. There's a bit of a meme now in the Undertale community about eating the pie. Doing True Pacifist. Shoutouts to Mr. Link 2K. He was running True Pacifist and he accidentally ate the pie, and memes happened. Long story short, I ate the pie was a commonly used phrase. He ate the pie! Alright, this is a pretty challenging puzzle. Let's hope I can get through it first try. I can't believe it. Yeah, Snowden is mostly just puzzles like that and mashing. And a couple of mini-boss fights. Honestly, hardest puzzle in the game. We don't eat the spaghetti, unfortunately. Yo, first try. And we're just gonna be running away from pretty much most of the enemies in the game at this point. And right here we got dog marriage. And we can just use the stick. And that's the fight. That's the neat thing about the stick, is that it ends the dog fights immediately. We're gonna be seeing it 2 more times in the run. Actually, 3 more times. I think, yeah. And you can just press the switch in the tree to skip this puzzle. This is the best puzzle in the game. But we have no clue how to do it, so Papyrus just kind of lets us go past it. Yeah, doing that is way faster than actually going through the animation of the puzzle, like, starting. Also, shoutouts to Ice Puzzle Skip. Usually I do a glitch here called Ice Puzzle Skip, but since this is a glitchless run, I can't do that. So I gotta do it the scrub way. I'm pretty sure there's a faster way to do that glitchless, but I don't know how to do it. So that's just the way I do it. I didn't fall, don't worry. We got one more big dog, and then that'll be Snowden. Oh, I didn't get the dog attack. You have a 50-50 chance of getting an attack there, where it's just a dog sleeping at the bottom, and if you run into it, you cancel the attack, like Toriel's hands. Post the dog. Not that dog in particular, but a dog. And a lot of mashing. I like the dog at the top there. And then that's Snowden. Alright, so I'm actually gonna go in the shop and buy a couple things. Alright, I bought the manly bandana and 2 bicycles. So, the manly bandana, we'll find out what the armor's for later. I mentioned earlier that I usually pick up the ribbon, but I skipped it. We're gonna be getting a few pieces of armor. I'll explain all of that when it becomes relevant. I bought the bicycles. One of them is actually required for a strat for Undyne, and then the other one's just a safety heal. Oh, this is the hardest boss of the game, by the way. Darn, I'll get it next time. I'm pretty sure people don't fall for this joke anymore, but I'm still gonna milk this joke. Every marathon run I'm gonna do of this game, I'm gonna milk the joke where Papyrus is the hardest fight in the game. It's just tradition at this point. Yo, we're hugging the goat already? That was quick. I am falling for the joke. Okay, I'm glad someone fell for it. Man, I just can't beat him. But no, memes aside, it's just faster to die to him 3 times and then he lets you skip the fight. Hardest fight in all of video game history. Alright, and this is the last time, and then we will get to progress. The part after this is actually probably one of the best parts of the whole run, so get excited for that. Oh, is it desyncing again? Oh, it seems eerily similar to what? Oh, to the last couple ones I did? Yeah. We're actually going to be going back. Because there's a special surprise back here after we've beaten him. This is actually one of the requirements for True Pacifist. That's why I'm doing it. You wouldn't see this on a neutral run. We get to go into his house. And we get to date him. Got spaghetti skip. That dialogue option right there is actually like, it really sneaks up on you. If you mash through it, like you will get the left option instead of the right option like you want. There's a couple of dialogue options in the game like that. It's really weird. Yeah, it does. It goes for Geno, then bails at the end. Right as you get to Hotland. Because Hotland if the game's in a genocide state, it takes only like 4 minutes or something like that. Even glitchless. So it's worth, because the only area that takes like forever in Geno is Holland. The rest of the, yeah, it's like really worth it to just do a Geno and then bail it before having to do the really long grind. Alright, I need to remember to grab the 2-2 because I almost forgot. So the reason I'm picking up all of these pieces of armor is for a boss fight later. Also, if you hug the top wall here, it makes the screen transition up to Undyne and Papyrus a little bit shorter. Shout out to Dracodan for that one. It's literally like a couple of frames of time save, but I felt like it was worth mentioning it. I remember him mentioning that in the Genocide tournament. Yeah, the punch card breaks the game. I'll probably submit either True Pacifist or all yellow credits for Yes Glitch is Allowed. Wow, I hate this puzzle. Alright. There's Washua. Now this area is called Waterfall, by the way. This is where the run starts getting pretty interesting. Because Ruins is mainly RNG and Snowdin's mainly mashing, so there's actually a couple interesting things that happen here. Yeah, it's just what happens at the beginning of marathons from what I've seen. Slow the quitter. Dang, Slow. Alright, now it's time to get the punch card, except not really, because glitchless. But this is where you would get the punch card. I'm seeing some shade in the chat there. Some mod shade. Just got roasted in the Twitch chat, telling your dad. I am dad? Nice. Alright, be heading down, because there's nothing else of interest here. Yeah, you're gonna need an ice pack for that burn. Okay, now my mashing is actually like getting better again. And here's Onion Sun. The character who's basically just a personification of bad translation from Japanese to English. Gotta go work? Alright. Thanks for the good luck. And I'll see you around the marathon, hopefully. So, coming up here is Monster Kid. He got a little stuck in the rain here. So we gotta help him out. I didn't grab an umbrella for him, so we're just gonna have to walk in the rain, but at least we're together. You'll get to plot out my speedrun and it's slow? Dang. Can't believe I just got destroyed. I can't believe my run just got ruined. Completely nay-nayed. I know, right? Who works? Working is lame. And I'm really thankful for not having to do this skip because this is in the glitch categories. This is actually probably like one of the hardest skips in the game for me, just because it's really hard to see where the trigger is because all the tiles here look the same. Imagine having plot. Yeah, what's the? Does this game even have a plot? As far as I'm concerned, this game is just part of the No Glitches Allowed lore. This is like the backstory, seeing as it's the first run of the marathon. Oh, these spears, by the way, I can kind of manipulate where they land because I can hold a directional key and they'll kind of appear in that direction, so that's really helpful for not getting hit, because if I just go through it like normal, they're gonna appear in front of me, and then I gotta have to stop, and it's a little bit slow. So being able to manipulate them like that is really useful for consistency. But you run, you know better than anyone in lack of plot. I don't know if that's a burn or not. No glitches allowed, huh? That's a nice name. My name is... Spoilers. Nice, we got Floaty Boy. Okay, that's it. That's a glitch, but it's allowed in glitchless. Because it doesn't save any time. And it's possible to accidentally do it, so... Hopefully I won't get forever banned from the marathon. It all started on NGA 1. This just Hug the Goat Simulator 2020. Alright, so for this fight, I want an optimal fight, which is 5 turns for the first phase. The second phase is scripted, so it doesn't really matter what I get for that, because it's going to be the same every time. Yeah, you want to set that up so that he takes just short of enough hits to be able to start moving around on the first turn. That's an easy way to set it up. This doesn't look like it's going to be a 5 cycle. I missed quite a lot, but we'll see. Oh, nice! I just barely got it. Alright, that's cool. So that was an optimal fight. That was sub-task, by the way, because the task gets a 6 cycle. The thick plottins. And yeah, the rest of the fight's scripted, so we can just... We don't have to hit him with these rockets. Sometimes I get a pattern there that's really hard to dodge. Thankfully I didn't have low health, so even if I did get hit, I'd be fine. I am gonna want to heal before Undyne though because of the strat that I'm gonna be going for. And then Mad Demi gets driven away by acidic tears, I guess. And that's Mad Demi. Actually only plus 16 off my PB right now, which is pretty good. You've died to knife before? I feel like that's probably something I'd do. I think I've gotten hit by it once. Now we just want to go this way. We didn't get Susan Deltarune, unfortunately. I want to remember to grab the cloudy glasses, and there's one. I think it's one. Yeah, there's one more piece of armor that I want to grab, and that's not until Hotland. So, oh. So usually you'd go down to Temi Village to get this path to appear, but since I know where the path is entirely, so no Temi Village, unfortunately. Tiny doggo. Well, we do get this one Temi right here. And by the way, pretty much all of these encounters that I'm gonna be getting from here on out are scripted, that's why I know what they are. The only real random encounters I think are the ones in Ruins. Pretty much the rest of them in the game are all scripted. Because the game wants you to get like certain enemies, it wants to make sure you like encounter every enemy in the game before it starts getting you random encounters. But we generally like are done with the area before we are done with the scripted encounters, so... Which is pretty nice for us because that minimizes RNG. Not that it matters too much because you could just run away from it anyway. So coming up is Undyne, which is the first like actual boss in the game. I mean, I guess Toriel is an actual boss, but I don't know. Undyne is the first boss that's actually, like, really interesting to watch, I'd say. Very nice doggo. Except we hate her in Genocide, though. Because Temi is something that you do not want to spawn in Genocide. Well, depending on the situation. So I'm going to trade the fight right here. I'm going to go save. Not only heal, but actually save before the fight really starts, because the strat that I'm going for is actually quite hard, and I could die. Okay, this is why I grabbed the bicycles earlier. You'll see in a second. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to use the little shield that she gives you to deflect these attacks. Actually, just kidding. And when we don't deflect the attacks, she gets angry. This is a nice little Easter egg that Toby put in the game that coincidentally happens to be faster. A time for Undyne. This is called Kindergarten Undyne because of this line. And this is why it's hard, because she gets a lot more aggressive. But you end up skipping the second phase completely, and now we're just gonna go right into the third phase. Actually, I think it also makes the first phase a little shorter too. Alright, we're actually doing pretty well here, so I should be fine. Dang, if I no-hit this, I'm gonna actually have to take some hits, because you actually want to take some intentional hits, because you want to be 1 HP by the end of this fight. Okay. Should be safe now. To me, exactly. And we're good, okay. You've exposed me, Sloa. Oh shoot, I forgot there's dialogue here. Forgive me for being still a little rusty at this category. Alright, so now we get to watch her fall down, and we actually have to give her the water, because you don't get the true passive ending if you don't water her. So we need to Undying Water. Welcome to Holland. Yeah, Holland is actually probably the most fun part of the run, even in Glitchless. Because while you don't get the punch card skips, you do get all the puzzles and all the Mettaton scenes, which are pretty fun. Stop running away. No. Alright, don't heal here because we want to be at 1 HP. There's a reason I did that. And we get this weeb dinosaur. Yeah, remember when I spared Vulcan? That was pretty cool. I know, I ran away from Vulcan, I think. I don't remember. We actually do want to run away from Vulcan in this category, though. And now we're on a game show with Killer Robot. Okay, so for Mettaton's quiz, you actually just want to intentionally get the answer wrong. This was why I want to be at 1 HP. Because the second you go down to 1 HP, it skips to the end of the fight. So now this is the last question. Well, almost the last question. Would you smooch a ghost? Heck yeah. And top left again. I think these are all actually technically considered correct answers, but this one's the shortest. Hello, the morning after kill. Welcome to the marathon. Alright, and before we leave, she programs our phone to do some pretty cool things. We don't really use any of them in the run, but it's still pretty cool. I like the scream in the background. Okay, don't kill Vulcan. I've been running neutral a lot lately, and you kill Vulcan in that category, so I need to, like, make sure I don't mess up. Okay. I don't want to heal quite yet, I'm still at 1 HP, but I actually still want to be at 1 HP for a little bit longer, because of a strat that I'm going to go for. First of all, I want to go a little out of the way to grab the pan. That's not what I wanted to do. I went too far down. think, yeah, I want to equip it right now, actually. And I want to get hit here, because if you go down to 1 HP in this fight, in this little thing, then the lasers just disappear, so you don't have to wait for them. Undertale Reforged Remastered. Imagine Undertale HD. I actually want to drop that extra bicycle I have as well, because I grabbed an extra one for safety, but I didn't end up needing it. Also, these puzzles are hard. I probably could have done it while I was waiting for that cycle, but I wasn't sure. I'll just do it now, actually. Bicycle. Cooking with the killer robot. Yeah, so now we're on a cooking show. I'm getting his ingredients for him. And now he needs a human soul as his last ingredient. So we're kind of screwed right now. But then Alpha saves the day. Because he conveniently has human soul substitute. So we're just going to be using that instead. I really hope I get a no-hit here in a marathon. That'd be really cool. So now it's basically just a bullet hell with cooking ingredients. This first part is pretty easy, but it gets a little bit tougher. In my D-Rust the other day, I got a one-hit, so let's hopefully get a no-hit this time. That was really close, actually. No! Oh, why do you have to put it all the way over there? I could have maybe slipped in between those two, but... Alright, that was a one-hit technically if you don't count that last one, because it was after I lost control. I probably could have healed at that save, but I usually just heal at the one before Royal Guards. It doesn't really matter which one, as long as you heal before Royal Guards. And if you hug the bottom wall here, you actually skip some text with Elphys. Also, I was a little bit slow with that runaway because I wanted to make sure that I got it. Because if I didn't get it, I would almost surely die. I keep wanting to go for neutral strats. Pretty simple puzzle, we just go back. This one actually usually takes people a while to figure out, including myself. But once you know what to do, it's actually really simple. clean armor for the second one. This is also probably one of the best parts of the run. Because of the cutscene after the fight. Just gonna let it play out. And that's that. They are now happy. And now we get another, we get to start another show with the killer robot. This time we're reporting the news. I'm gonna report this movie script, I think it was. Except they're all bombs, including the dog. My split icon for the news show is actually the dog bomb. Oops. And we just go and act and defuse them. You can also go into fight. It's actually faster for a couple of them. Oops, that was early. It's faster for this one to fight. And no, that doesn't abort true pacifist because it's a bomb. We're not killing anything. We're saving the world here. Shoutouts to Save the World, it's a track in the game soundtrack. Alright, and we got one more Mettaton show left. Well, technically two, actually. Nah, it's only a few years old. In September it'll be 5 years old, which is weird to think, because it feels like yesterday this game came out. So you're about to see why I grabbed the spider donut at the beginning of the run. Also, I'd just like to say this room is the worst in the glitch categories. Because we gotta do north-south skip, which is like the actual worst thing in the entire game. Other than maybe Asgore. Yeah, September 15th. 2015. Alright, so we did the bottom puzzle, now we gotta head up to the top puzzle. And, I'm actually gonna go for something right here. Let's see if I get it. I'm trying to skip the encounter. Okay, we got it, cool. I'm increasing your step counter, which makes it so that, because the whole thing that makes, that, like, determines whether you're gonna get an encounter or not is if you reach the right amount of steps. And if we don't take any steps, then we're not gonna get the encounter. And buffering there, makes it so that you don't take steps. I really don't recognize this character. Yeah, I'm not sure who that was. Oh well. But yeah, you don't ever see Muffet in a neutral run, so... Bit of an inside joke. That we just don't know who Muffet is. So the reason I'm going back to save here is to skip a cutscene here, and no, it's not a glitch. So as soon as I reach this text box here, I'm going to close the game and then reload. There is some text box in this game where if you've gotten it already, then it makes it so that you can just skip it. It was an intended feature added by Toby, and we can kind of abuse it by opening the text box, reloading the game, and then opening it again. Okay, I gotta be careful here, though. That's another one of those text boxes that can really sneak up on you. If you mash too fast, you can accidentally hit the default option, which is what we don't want. Okay, let's see if we can do this puzzle, because I actually haven't done this puzzle in a while. I didn't practice it like I should have. No! I did it again. Oh, wait, we got it. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good, everyone. I was scared for a second there. I thought I didn't get it. Because there's a way you can get stuck at the very beginning of the puzzle. If you accidentally walk like a tile too far, you can get stuck and not be able to progress. And now onwards to core. Oh no, did the stream die? Oh, okay. Okay, this is actually one of the moments where the stick returns. Because it's the quickest way to get through this fight. We're gonna be seeing the stick one more time, pretty late into the run. I should probably start explaining essay skip, because it's kind of hard to explain, and we're coming up on it. So, the Metaton fight. So the way the fight works is that you need to get your ratings up to 1200 or 12,000. And the fastest way to get your ratings up is to use armor, which is why we picked up the pieces of armor earlier. I don't know why I got hit there. I'm gonna heal. Actually, no, I don't need to until right before the fight, so we're fine. But, and the reason that I didn't pick up the ribbon earlier is because, picking up the ribbon actually takes more time than it really is worth. It was, discovered recently that it's, like, not worth it. Plus, if you skip the encounter in that room, it makes it even more worth it to just skip it. Because if you don't skip the ribbon, then you're almost guaranteed to get the encounter, whereas if you skip it, you can actually skip the encounter in that room. It also makes it so that you don't have to drop the Tough Glove. Because if you grab the ribbon, then that makes your inventory too full, and you have to drop something. So, not grabbing it overall saves a little bit of time. before the fight actually begins, I have to go through a little thing here. But it'll get a lot cooler than this, trust me. Oh yes. I said essay skip earlier, but we're actually not doing essay skip because you can't do essay skip without the ribbon. So I'm doing it like a turn after the essay is when I'll be ending the fight. But it's still faster. Okay, I gotta remember what the menuing is. Hopefully I'll actually get this. I'm a little bit unpracticed with it. Okay, I took way more damage than I was supposed to. I might actually not get this. Yeah, I took way too much damage. Stay different. What? There we go. Okay, we're just short, but that's okay. As long as I don't die here, we should be fine. Okay. We're good, okay. So that was a turn slower than it was supposed to be, but it's okay. I got to showcase the strat, which is really all I care about. Because it was fairly recently discovered and I wanted to show it off. I didn't quite do it right, but it is what it is. In my warm-up run, though, that I had the other day, I made the mistake of equipping the wrong piece of armor, though. And I was getting, like, way short of the ratings that I should have been, so I lost, like, 5 minutes. Because I kept dying, because I wasn't sure what I was doing wrong. So I'm glad that didn't happen again, at least. So we're done with Mediton, so that's pretty much the end of Core, other than these little cutscenes. Something else to note, it's not really important to note it for TPE Glitchless, but in the regular Glitch Shoe Pass run, you are able to skip this cutscene right here of going into the elevator. This cutscene is actually one of the flags for the Shoe Pass ending. So if you're doing Glitched, you cannot skip this cutscene, or else you won't get it. Again, irrelevant for this category, because we can't skip it anyway, but neat little thing to note there. Now we wait for this long elevator. This is the best track in the game, by the way. Yes, this actually is a track in the soundtrack. So, unfortunately, this next part is a bit of a resident sleeper, because it's basically just a bunch of unskippable text that gives away a bunch of lore of the game. And this is a speedrun, no one wants that, so... But we gotta go through it.
Yeah, so, yeah, since we're kind of like in just a dry spot here, you mind if I just come in and just plug in a little bit?
Oh yeah, that's fine.
So again, for anyone new coming into the chat, as you might know, this is No Glitches Allowed 5. We are a glitchless and no major glitches marathon supporting Go Rescue, a nonprofit organization to help folks covering 5 new homes. So if you guys would like to help out, this amazing cause, just use exclamation point donate, exclamation point incentives. You can check out all the incentives we have to meet throughout these 5 days. I have a little picture of my dog over here. She's a rescue pup too. I didn't get it from Go Rescue, but even if you aren't able to adopt a dog, you can donate and help those, help the dogs regardless. So, but as simple as $1, maybe even just maybe take a day off of your Starbucks, really helps out. It goes a long way. So we'll go ahead and get back to the run here.
Well, you heard the man. Alright, we're like, I want to say halfway through New Home now. There's still a really long hallway where there's going to be a bunch of cutscenes. Do we actually have any donations? Because this would be probably the best time. Oh, there's a opportunity later on as well, but I don't really have much to fill this gap here. But we do get to learn about the lore. Like Azrael does something, I think. But no, if I remember correctly from what happens, there was a human that fell down into the underground. Azrael kind of becomes friends with them and brings them back to the surface, and then a bunch of people get mad because they think Azrael killed them, and I think that's what starts the war between humans and monsters, and then they're sealed underground and now they're trying to escape. Basically, it's the plot of the game. That's kind of what it's saying right here. Oh, and it was the, there's like a low-pitched humming noise during the elevator, and that's what I was saying it was a track in the soundtrack. You might not be able to hear it, because I think the audio is a little bit low on the game. It's not long now. King Asgore will do 3 things. Alright, this is the last one. No, this is the second to last one. And there's gonna be one more, and that'll be the end. So coming up after this is over, there's gonna be another skip similar to the one I did for Mettaton's Musical, where I just closed and reloaded the game so that I didn't have to watch it. So the way it works is I save here. And get to this cutscene right here. And then I'm actually going to reload another copy of the game, and then have it sit on the title screen for a little while. Wait for the text, close, and do it again. And this time, because if I had just sat through that text, you can't skip through it, but because I opened the text box, I can skip through it now. I can match through it. We didn't, it's because I reloaded the game. It's part of this skip that I'm doing. Because that text that I just mashed through, you wouldn't ordinarily be able to mash through that. But if you open the text box and then close the game and reload it, then you can mash through it again. Unless there was an error with the stream that I'm not aware of, but I'm assuming that's what you're referring to. Banger alert, yep. The song coming up is quite a banger. I didn't practice Asgore as much as I should have before the fight, but hopefully it'll be at least decent. So I'll try to focus as much as I can. Save there. So that when I come back, I won't have to sit through this whole cutscene again. And let me just double check. Apron and pan, okay, that's what I want. Just wanted to double check. Make sure I had everything equipped. Thank you, Professor. Yeah, dying to this fight isn't really something I really need to worry about anymore. It's just getting a good fight. I generally average around a 15 turn, so hopefully I'll get no more than that. 14 or 15. 15 usually if I'm not practiced, which I'm not really. The fastest you can do this fight is, I believe, a 10 turn in True Pacifist. Usually in neutral it's a 9 turn because you're a higher level. Also, let's not forget to use the pie because I need to use the pie on this fight. That's one of the reasons why I grabbed the pie, is to use it during this fight. So that's 1 turn. And there's 2. Nice, 3. That's a good start. I think I got a good mindset right now, so I should be able to do it. There's 4. That wasn't very good, actually. Nice, 5. Yikes. 6. 7. This is actually really good. Wow, I'm surprised I'm doing so well. This could be a 13 turn. 8. Maybe. I'd have to get a couple more quads though, I think. A quad is when I hit all the crits, by the way. That was almost a quad. That's 9 turns. Oops. 10. 11. Dang, this is good. 12. Yeah, this is gonna be a 13. Dang. I wish I could get this in my PB attempts. 13 turns. That's pretty good, actually, because 13 is the best I've ever gotten in a run. That's my 3rd 13 turn in a run ever. The last 2 I've gotten were in my last 2 neutral PBs, so yeah, that's really good. I'm supposed to split there, but I forgot to split for new home, so. And now we got the final boss of the neutral ending. And for those unaware, I have to get the neutral ending first before I'm able to get the true pacifist ending, is why I'm fighting Asgore and Fly right now. Because if this were New Game Plus, then I'd be able to just head right to the true pacifist ending and not have to bother with Asgore. But because it's required in runs to true reset, aka resetting, deleting your files, excuse me, we have to get the neutral ending first before we're able to get the true pacifist ending. Flowey's World. So this fight is basically just like a 10-minute long auto-scroller, more or less. It's really flashy and fun to watch, but gameplay-wise, it's a little bit on the uninteresting side, especially once you've done it enough times. Also, it is a tradition in Twitch chats, whenever a speedrunner does the second phase of Flowey, to spam OW in the chat. I don't want to initiate that unless I get approval from a mod, because, yeah, I just want to make sure. If that's okay. I'm sure you guys don't care, but... Go for it? Okay, cool. So when we get to the second phase of the fight, and I'll say when that happens, feel free to spam OW. But, hold off for right now, though. And if anyone's subbed to TGH, I'm pretty sure he still has TGH OW, so if you want to use that as well. OW, like OW. But don't do it right now, though. Do it at the second phase of the fight. It won't be for the next several minutes. I'll say when it's time. It's not faster to fight in the first phase, because he just re-heals, so it doesn't matter. You could do it, but it's not really faster or slower. Yo, thanks for the good luck. Yeah, Finale is a pretty good song. I didn't really used to care for it, but it's kind of grown on me. Yeah, so basically in the soul phases, I just need to know where the act button's gonna appear, and then go press it. This fight may look really scary, but it's actually pretty easy to not die. Once you've done the fight enough times, anyway. Because it looks like I have not very much health left, but I actually have a lot of health left. The bar starts decreasing pretty slowly once you get low health. Quote-unquote low health. So if I were to guess, I think I still have like half my health left. Oh, you also can't... I missed the act button. You also cannot die during the soul phases as well, so that makes it even safer. I missed the act button entirely, so that was actually a really slow phase. Right? Alright, we're going right. Actually, what does the chat think? Are we going left or right? There is a phase where I want to guess if the act button's going to appear from the left or the right. And it's another tradition that we guess which one it's going to be. So Bradley's got the first vote for right. We got 2 for right. I think it's gonna be the phase after this one. One for yes. I'll keep that one in mind. Alright, it should be this one. So it looks like we're going right, unless anyone has any last second votes. It might be too late now, though. Alright, we're going right. Yes, we got it. Good work, Chad. I can, like, most of the time rely on chat being correct, from what I've noticed. So I always go with what chat says. Flowey gets coronavirus. Oh no. Flowey. I'm so sorry. Egg. Right gang is alright, you are right. Yeah, but why would you be frying donuts in a frying pan, though? I mean, maybe, I don't know. Is that how donuts are made? I'm not even sure. I always saw them as eggs. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna be reloading one more time. Alright, the second phase is about to begin. If y'all want to spam Al, now's your chance. Ow. 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 That works too, I guess. Yeah, the only real strategy to this fight is quick kill, but I don't know how to do quick kill, and it only saves like 4 seconds, I think. I should probably learn that at some point. And please, not all at once. No, please, all at once. I need all your energy. Hope. Ouch, owie. Yowzers. Oof. What? Your health is at the bottom. Why did you die? Okay. The strongest being in this game? Probably Flowey? At least during this fight? You idiot! Undertale tier list win. I don't know. I want to say Kara would be probably pretty strong too, I don't know. Oh yeah, probably Asriel. Well no, Flowey has all the souls at this point in the game too. It's Flowey and then it's Asriel, so they're kind of like tied, I guess. Hey, spoilers! But yeah, they are pretty much the same character, so... I guess they're like the same tier, pretty much. Yes, spoilers in a speedrun, I cannot believe it. Okay, and one more reload. So now we can go do the true pacifist ending stuff. We're gonna head down back to Waterfall and we're gonna date Undyne. TPE, I don't know if there really is. I think Toby said there was like no canon ending, if I'm not mistaken. I think he wants it just to be up to the player's interpretation. And that's why he didn't make Deltarune a full sequel, because, like, he kind of wanted it to be a separate thing rather than a continuation of, like, a canon ending. You're down here. Where am I going? Finding a river person so I can boat over to Waterfall. But you're on the first floor. Yeah, exactly. It's the fanon ending. I mean, Genocide is a really popular ending too, so I'm sure there's some debate going on about that to this day. Somewhere. On some forum deep on the internet. So this state is a lot of mashing. Not as much mashing as the alpha state, though. So we want to make the T, because it's the only thing we can make and be able to progress. Careful, it's hot. I like just the spear, just in the middle of the table. And then she gets really pumped. So now we gotta make spaghetti, because she feels like it, I guess. At least I'm pretty sure it was spaghetti that we're making. I haven't paid attention in a long time. Alright, now that we got Undyne's letter, we can go and start the alpha state. Gotta be really careful, because I've accidentally hit Snowden so many times. It's ridiculous. Squadala, we're off. But yeah, so we fulfilled almost all the requirements for Chibatsus. We just need to day Alphas and then do the True Lab, and then we can head over and do the Chibatsus final boss. So my wrists are going to be tired after this, because there's a lot of meshing in this. Let's see if I skip all the dating starts. Because if you mash fast enough, you can skip them. Not this one, though. There's the first one. Nice, I skipped all three. I think that's a full like 2 or 3 seconds if you just skip one. So it's a total of like 6 seconds or something like that. Is anime real? This is an important question. Yes? Okay, good. That's the true answer. That's the canon answer. Anime is real. That's my favorite country. No? Oh man, now I'm torn. Also, Jogboy. We need someone to break the tie. Otherwise, I'm just gonna go with it's real. Anime's real. And then we're gonna get a call from Pappy to tell us that some stuff's going down in the True Lab. So that we gotta head over there. And we gotta take River Person one more time. You always a good thing to remember is that you always want to pick the right option for River Person. It doesn't matter what part of the run you're at, you always want to pick the right option, because you never want to go to Snowden. Unless you have too many items in your inventory for the Undyne's letter, then you have to go to Snowden to pick it up. I got a third vote for yes, so we picked the right option. Alright, so the True Lab is actually a really cool part of the run. I think casually it's honestly my favorite area of the game. It's just got a really cool aesthetic to it. It's pretty spooky. Only real speeders get the Undyne letter EX. Dang, I'm not a real speedrunner. I can't believe it. My reputation is ruined. So first we want to head over and get the red key, which is behind Memory Head here. So the thing about this is that you actually have to memorize what menu options to pick. So it's down right and then down for Memory Head. And now we can access the rest of the lab. From here on out, it's a little bit more open-ended, but there's still a particular order that you want to do things in. You want to grab the key from the bed, and then you want to go up. I'm gonna heal just in case, because Memory Head is kind of dumb, and I take damage from it sometimes. So that's my my text box per second tracker. It tracks how many text boxes per second I'm going through based on how fast I'm mashing. The 15 is the max that I've hit since it's been open. You see how when I mash, the number goes up. It's going between 11 and 12 right now. That means I'm mashing 11 and 12, around 11 or 12 text boxes per second. Generally, you want to go for at least like 10 or 11 is a good amount. $15's really good, actually. Because the game runs at 30 FPS, and you can only go through a text box a text box takes 2 frames to go through, so 15 is actually technically the max that the game can read. You can mash faster than that, but it's actually slower if you do that, because the game can't read your inputs that fast. Close to 20. Yeah, Shay usually hits, like, he can hit around like 18. You just want to joke 3 times to Snowdrake's mom. And then if you hold up and down while going behind these refrigerators, it actually makes you go a little bit faster. Not really sure how or why it works, but it does. So the only amalgamate we have left is Reaper Bird. The fight for this one is quite similar to Lemon Bread. I just need to pick 3 options and that's the end of the fight. It's just the attacks are a little bit different. So I need to go right, then top right, then middle left, then bottom right. This fight is a little creepy too. Once he's done throwing his heads at me, I can spare him. And so all the keys are in their spots, so I can head to the end. The only major thing after this is the Azrael fight. I'd ask for a count on how close we are to hugging the goat, but we already reached it like back in Snowden. So we're less than a minute behind my PB, which is pretty good. So now the door gets vined up, and the only choice we have at this point is to head to the end. But now we don't have to go through the whole story cutscene again. It's already done. Everything looks like normal. Looks like we're gonna fight Asgore again, but it's gonna look a little different. Seems your journey is finally over. After just an hour and a half. Oh, who's that? It's Goat Mom. She finally makes a return after, like, the whole run, pretty much. So as it turns out, Flowey tricked Papyrus into bringing everyone here so that he could trap them here. Now it seems like all hope is lost. Welcome back, Bradley. Yeah, I came back in time for the cool fight. Yeah, this fight is honestly really cool. In my opinion, I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but in my opinion, the Azrael fight's actually pretty fun to do in a run. It's mostly just an auto-scroller, kind of. It's mostly just surviving his attacks, but it's still pretty fun, I'd say. It's mostly the second part of the fight I find fun, I think. Because of all the menuing. It's like one big amalgamate fight, pretty much. Sans or Azrael? Sans. At least in terms of the fight. It's more of an auto-scroller than Azrael is, but I don't know, I find the fight fun just because of, like, you actually gotta have skill. Azrael requires skill too, but not as much. No hit Azrael? Probably not. I'm actually gonna take safety strats here, because, Azrael's kinda hard. So I'm gonna be hoping instead of sparing, because that heals me. You barely ran TB. Yeah, that's fair. I guess you have been doing a lot of Geno Rendo lately. I haven't done Geno in a while. Yeah, remember to hug the goat. I will remember. Okay. And Dream, so I can fill my inventory with healing items that I probably don't really need, but may as well do it, I guess. Yeah, we can kind of just wait here, because the fight doesn't really start until the music drops. Right now. This is honestly, this may possibly be the best song in the entire game, honestly. I'm still not sure, because I really love this game's soundtrack. There's so many songs I love. The thing I hate about the song, though, is you have to listen to it with both ears, or else it sounds, like, way different. Like you're missing an entire part of the song. I usually have my headphones only, like, half on, but I have to put them both on for this fight, just so I can hear the whole fight, hear the whole song. Yeah, honestly, I like it more than Megalovania as well. But that could be partially because I've listened to Megalovania so much when this game was still new. I think I burnt myself out on it like way early. Smash Megalovania is really good though. Yeah, Hopes and Dreams has more emotion to it. My other favorite track in this game that I might like more than Hopes and Dreams, but I don't really know, they're kind of tied. But my other favorite track would be Death by Glamour. Yeah, it does, it really does. Yeah, Megalovania mutes VODs because a lot of people claim they own the song for some reason. I think I've had a couple of my VODs muted. I've definitely had copyright claims on my YouTube uploads. Alright. Let's see if I can get this without getting hit. Nice, I almost got hit at the end there. Oh, it didn't matter anyway, because I'm not even full health. Oh well. And wide mode. So I'm gonna just try to intentionally take the death here, actually. If you're at low health, you want to intentionally take a death there. And then try to take another one at the end. Because taking a death here doesn't waste any time. And I can actually save time if you do it at the right moment. I think I took too much damage there, though. Because it can end the turn really soon if you do it like way early on. I took a little bit too much damage though. Ah, yeah, I did it really late. Alright, this is probably my favorite part of the fight. Because you gotta like menu a lot. Okay, I definitely hit left there. Alright, I think right is where I want to go. Yeah, right. It's recipe that you want to hit. Okay, I need to remember to eat the pie for Toriel and Asgore. That's something I forget to do a lot. I ate the pie! I can't believe it, dude. And then we got more lore here. Showing Azrael coming across the fallen human. Now, something I didn't explain was there's actually multiple fallen humans. That's what all the souls are. Kara was the first one that fell. And that's the one that Azrael brought back to the surface. And, yeah. Oh wait, I meant to menu over to save. It's hard because sometimes it default puts you on save and sometimes it doesn't. Like depending on what part of the fight you're on. And I keep forgetting which part of the fight was which. Yeah, get your Bible thumbs in. We are gonna hug the goat, yeah, we hit the incentive. Real ones do it regardless of the time loss. I believe Shay said he did in his True Pass with New Game Plus world record. He was so far ahead that he just hugged the goat just to flex. It's pretty good actually. Pretty funny. Alright, I'm only a minute behind PB, but that's also not counting the part that I had to pause earlier. And this is Azrael in his true form, no longer with the power of the human souls anymore. The barrier was destroyed. Dude, I can't believe we found barrier skip. In Undertale. And the goat has been hugged successfully. Imagine if we actually found a barrier skip. I think there's one more text box. Yeah. And now we reload the game. Don't mind the background music. This is one more moment where we want to reload the game because it saves a little bit of time. Because it's going to spawn me at the very end of the room here. I just gotta get through all the text. Yeah, the punch card. The punch card is fun. was just saying earlier that I'll probably submit one of the glitched categories to Yes Glitch is Allowed. Whenever that's gonna be. Oh, and then time's gonna be once I close the last text box, so I'll let you know when that is. And time. I forgot to give a little notice in advance. I apologize, but yeah, that's the run. The monsters are now free from the underground, and I continue to live with the monsters that I've made friends with along the way. Because the real speedrun was the friends we made along the way. Alright, so we got the credits here now. I did request 10 minutes of extra time to sit through and watch the credits. Specifically because there's a little kind of mini-game after these are over, and that I want to do before we end the run here. But for now, while we're waiting for that, we can just kind of sit through this here. And I think we're ahead of schedule anyway, because I did finish significantly under estimate. I don't know what the time is on your guys' end. It's different on my end because I paused the timer. But if this were an all yellow credits run, the text underneath all the enemies would be yellow. Because if you spare them a specific way, then the game considers that you've made friends with them. And all yellow credits is probably the run I'm going to be submitting for YGA, most likely. 151.36. Okay, it says 151.17 on my end, so that's actually pretty close. Thanks for the GGs. But yeah, now we get to watch what all the monsters are up to now. Like, Lesser Dog is making a sand dog over here. We get to see all the enemies that I ran away from. But yeah, shoutouts to the Undertale community. We have a pretty welcoming and helpful community. If anyone's interested in running in this game, then join the Discord. There's a lot of helpful resources, and everyone's willing to help if you need any help. There's a really well-written guide in the guide section on the SRC page for Undertale. And then Deltarune, I know I didn't run Deltarune today, but the Deltarune community also shares the same Discord. So, yeah. If you're interested in running that game, then join the same Discord, because and then, thanks for Sloa for having me. Yeah, you can see some of these credits are yellow already, because some of them are just yellow by default. Thanks for submitting. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, this will most likely not be my last submission. Alright, we're almost to the special thanks. I like how Asgore is cutting a papyrus out of the bushes here. Yeah, I was thinking there was something else I wanted to mention, but I don't know, I don't remember. Alright, and I've never no-hit the credits before, so we'll make an attempt. I can't guarantee I'm going to no-hit them today. Alright, so I'm gonna try to not get hit by any of these credits. These are all the people who backed the game on Patreon. Or, no, Kickstarter, not Patreon. So this first section is pretty easy. The second section is not so easy. I know there's a certain pixel that you can get on that you can just wait, but I don't know what pixel it is. Okay, good start. See if we can find Shay, because Shay's in this little section here. Oh, I got hit. Okay, I'm gonna try to hit his name. There we go. If I ever fail the no-hit attempt, I always hit Shay's name. Or at least attempt to. Oh god. Well, gotta donate now. It's that pixel there. No, the other one. No, the other one. Wait, which one? Point to it. Alright, well I only hit like 3 names, I think, so... And one of them was intentionally. So I'd say that's pretty good. But that'll be it. Thanks once again for having me. And yeah, I think that's all I have. Hope you all enjoyed Undertale. Oh, and then if you want to watch this little section here. This is the last bit that the game has. Oriole leaves Friska's slice of pie. And then if we were on a soulless pacifist run, then, which is a pacifist run after the genocide ending, Frisk's eye would blink red. They still have some evil inside them. First run done and underestimate, yep. But yeah, that'll be it for me. I don't know if I'm just supposed to disconnect or...
Alright guys, that was first run of the marathon. I hope you guys enjoyed. Up next we have Alec running Sonic 3 and Knuckles, doing some Sonic Glitchless. But I need to restart my router, apparently, because my internet just has not decided at all this entire time to stabilize, so I'm going to restart my router real quick. Hopefully it'll start working again. So when the stream goes down, do not panic. It will be back up as soon as possible. But for now, enjoy the music, and we'll get the next run out for you.